you for joining us. UCO has been making headlines because of their recent announcement at a budget forum that they will be cutting 40 faculty members.
That's right. We have brand new information regarding those cuts as well as a protest tomorrow. UCO's Jocelyn Schifferdecker has the details.
I'm on campus here at the University of Central Oklahoma in front of the blue tent. You can see the blue tent behind me. This is where students will be meeting tomorrow at 12 p.m. to protest the upcoming faculty cuts in the next coming months. Students will be meeting underneath the tent at 12 p.m. and they will be marching together to the president's office. This is a student-led protest led by the student protest group, Twitter group at RIPUCO40. Students are welcome to come and to join this protest. This is also protesting larger class sizes, fee raises, budget management, and more. Reporting from Edmond, Jocelyn Schifferdecker, UCentral News.
And now to tell us some more information regarding the faculty cuts at UCO, UCentral's Cameron Furl joins us live in studio. What else can you tell us about this, Cameron?
Yeah, thank you, Jessica. So essentially, the original number of faculty cuts is being raised, and it's not going to be including the vacant faculty spots from last year as many professors originally thought.
Okay.
Yeah, so you obviously did a ton of work. You talked with a bunch of people, some sources along the lines. How many are we looking at compared, like you mentioned, the older cuts aren't going to be included. So how many are we looking at right now?
Yeah, so it was originally 40. It's being bumped up to 50, and like I said, it's not going to be including those 18 that were vacant spots from last year. So it's going to be a lot higher.
Okay.
So is each college going to be expected to make cuts?
Yeah, so each college is going to be expected, they're going to be given a number of faculty they need to cut, and then they kind of decide from there who is going to be a cut, and they don't officially have any names or anything like that yet, but they're expected to do that in the coming months.
You obviously networked a lot today. You went to different colleges, you went to the administration, you went to HR, see if anything official from UCO came out. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I went to, like you said, I went to HR. I went to the administration building and talked to the budget office there. I went to the College of Liberal Arts, College of Business, a lot of places basically. And they all told me the same thing, that there is no public statement that can be made right now, and the only information they could really tell us is stuff that's already out to the public. So.
Yeah. So, and we're obviously preparing for this to get up to 50 cuts. That again, as Cameron said, that's not including the 18 that were left open after last semester. So, Cameron, we thank you so much for joining us. We're obviously going to keep you guys updated as more information on this comes out.
Thank you, Cameron.
Thank you.
And this morning looked something like a horror movie outside.
That's right. CJ, is it going to be spooky and cloudy like it was this morning for a while, or can we expect things to clear up?
Well, it was pretty ominous and spooky out this morning with that gray cloud coverage and the colder temperatures, but thankfully most of that has cleared up for the moment, and we're actually feeling some pretty warm sunshine right now, sitting here in Edmond at about 75 degrees under very windy conditions as well. Now, this wind is blowing southwest at about 22-25 miles per hour. We could see some wind gusts of at least 35 miles per hour with these winds, so definitely going to be a problem for today and over the next couple of days here in central Oklahoma. The humidity, however, feeling a lot better than we were yesterday. Dropped down to about 55% as opposed to the 80 that we were seeing yesterday. And it's feeling like it's 76 outside. So overall, a very nice, very warm day out here in Edmond. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather headlines coming up for this week. As you can see, very windy week ahead of us. We're going to see a lot of wind in that forecast as that low pressure system makes its way up from the northwest United States. And with that higher wind, it's going to bring more fire danger as well. So with that dry air and more wind, we're going to see a lot more fires possibilities across the state. And with the lower temps, we will see these lower temps stick around up until the weekend coming into Saturday and Sunday. That's when we're going to see temperatures start to bump up a little bit back to our regular spring numbers. So guys, that's all I have for weather right now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, CJ. And it is election day across Oklahoma. 2 Edmond school board seats are up for election. You can check out the link on your screen to see if there's anything on your ballot. Polls are open until 7 p.m. And if you're voting in Oklahoma City, all Embark routes and OKC streetcar are free today.
That's right. And the Edmond City Council has approved an additional fire station. It will be on North Kelly Avenue and Kelly Lakes because of a significant increase in development, population density, and emergency incidents. The project is expected to take 2 to 3 years to complete.
The UCO Russian Club will host a community dialogue on Russia's invasion of Ukraine Friday at 3:30 p.m. in the Liberal Arts South building via Zoom. The discussion will provide a safe environment for participants to ask questions and converse about the events in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke to the UN Security Council this morning, giving a graphic account of the scene in the Ukrainian city of Bucha. Images obtained show dozens of dead bodies lying on the streets in Bucha, and the president warned of even worse atrocities potentially occurring within the ongoing retreat of Russian forces around Kiev.
And we all probably know at least one person that is sick right now. It could either be COVID, the flu, or even the stomach bug.
That's right, and UCentral's Amber Poston takes a look of how different the COVID and the flu actually are.
Spring is on the way, but that also means illness is too. COVID has had a very big impact on the state since the very beginning.
COVID and the flu, they're not the only germs out there, right? They're not the only viruses, bacteria, and things out there. So you may or may not know whether you have the flu, COVID, the common cold, strep, RSV. I mean, there is just a multitude of things out there. So if the one message I want to send to people is, it doesn't matter what you have. Stay home if you're not feeling well.
Oklahoma County Health says that we are nearing the end of flu season, but we will be seeing cases until the end of May.
Things, COVID and flu, those are respiratory illnesses. You get those because someone has coughed on you, they've breathed on you, or whatever, and you have inhaled those germs.
Flu and COVID are respiratory illnesses that can be passed around when touching surfaces and then eating right after that. In Edmond, Amber Poston, UCentral News.
Thanks, Amber, and get out and enjoy the sunshine and warm weather today, as this week is going to get chilly. CJ has the full weather report ahead. But first, some students have picked up new skills during the pandemic. Learn more after the break.
Back and change it all. I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Throughout the pandemic, many picked up new hobbies while stuck at home.
That's right. UCentral's Emma Nichols features one 16-year-old who was inspired to become a musician. Let's take a look.
Music is how I express myself, and it doesn't really work as well when somebody's telling you how to express yourself. And I feel like when you take a step back to just play from the heart and play what you want to play, it creates a whole different definition to the art of music.
She's a 16-year-old singer, songwriter, and musician. She plays piano, ukulele, and guitar.
My name is Abby Nichols. I am a self-taught musician. If I didn't have the relentlessness that I have, it would be close to impossible, but I sit there until my fingers are bleeding and I learn because I love it. Quarantine was, I would say, the major inspiration for me to indulge in a new hobby, as everybody else did in America, but I also feel that along with every other girl in 2020. My favorite song was Riptide, so I wanted to learn how to play it, but then it snowballed into a deep love for creating music. I feel like when you're in lessons, they tell you what to play, how to play it, what fingers to use, and I wasn't a fan of that. I like to do it my way and learn how I want to learn. We've been in love, going on 8 months strong, and at first I intended for this to be a love song, but recently it's been getting real tough, been losing sleep, replaying every little thing I've done wrong, 'cause I feel it slipping through the cracks.
Thank you so much, Emma, for that. That was beautiful. I did not learn any good hobbies during lockdown.
No,
so.
I just wasted time playing golf and stuff like that.
Right,
so
well, we
pick
enjoyed
that up,
pretty
but
nice
that was
weather during lockdown.
We did have some nice weather, and we're getting into spring now. It was really cloudy this morning.
Yeah.
It has since cleared up. CJ, what does the weather look like for the rest of the week?
Well, that's right, you guys. We definitely are springing right ahead into springtime weather, and that includes a lot of storms and a lot of warmth as well. As you can see, over the past week, we had a bunch of weather, a bunch of wet stuff that falling from the sky, but thankfully this week we are going to see more of the sun start to make its way outside. Let's take a look at our weather headlines, what we can expect this week. It's going to be a very windy week. That low pressure system is going to make its way from the northwest United States through Oklahoma, and with it, it's going to bring some colder temperatures and higher winds as well. And with those higher winds, we are going to see a higher fire danger coming this week with the dry air and those winds. The potential for wildfires is going to go through the roof this week. But on the lucky side, we are going to have lower temps going into this week and into the weekend. That's when we can finally see the temps start to rise up back into the normal temperatures that we're used to seeing. Let's go ahead and take a look at current conditions around the state of Oklahoma. And as you can see, feeling very warm, very much like springtime weather here in the metro area. Oklahoma City sitting about 73 degrees. Guymon up in the top sitting at about 89 degrees, almost 90 degrees. So very warm around most of the state, especially western Oklahoma. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lows for tonight here in Edmond. It's going to be 47 degrees under partly cloudy skies. And those winds aren't going to die down. They are going to continue through the night as that pressure system makes its way through Oklahoma. And with that, humidity is going to drop as well as the cooler air starts to make its way in. And we don't have a chance for rain tonight, thankfully, but we are going to get some colder temperatures as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at lows around the state, and it's pretty much most of the same for the state, sitting at about 48 degrees here in the metro area, 46 in Altus, 49 in Ardmore. So very cool night tonight, not too cold, but it is definitely going to cool down a bit. Going into tomorrow's highs, as you can see, very different than what we're experiencing today, so that's when those lower temperatures are going to start to emerge. 66 in Oklahoma City, 67 in McAllister, as well as Tulsa. So it is going to get very cool over the next couple of days here in Oklahoma. Let's go ahead and take a look at our daily forecast for you tomorrow here in Edmond. It's about 7 a.m. It's going to be very windy outside, 48 degrees, not too bad. Maybe bring a jacket with you on your commute to work. And going into noon, it's going to rise up to about 60 degrees under sunny skies. And then 7 p.m. rolling around the evening, that's when we're going to see our highest temperature of the day, about 63 degrees. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 7-day forecast coming up. And as you can see, a very much sunshine coming up into this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, going into Thursday and Friday, 61 and 62 respectively. And then into the weekend, we're going to see those temperatures bump right back up to springtime normals. So guys, that's all I have for weather right now. I'm going to take it back to Patrick and Jessica at the desk.
Thanks, CJ. And coming up next, a new function for Twitter and a menu item is returning to McDonald's. Stay tuned.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome to your social media update. I'm Tyler Whitehead. And Elon Musk has gone from electric vehicles to space trips to becoming part of Twitter's board of directors. Today it was announced that Musk would join the board after taking 9% of the company's stake. After the announcement, Musk took to Twitter and asked for users to vote whether there should be an edit tweet button. The billionaire has continuously criticized the platform's commitment to free speech. However, since his involvement, he has stated he wants to make improvements. And a Saturday Night Live skit has sparked change. Comedian Pete Davidson made a skit criticizing the runtime of Hollywood blockbusters. In response, Netflix created a category on their service. The films featured in this category must be no longer than an hour and 40 minutes long. You can check out the films featured on whatever device you watch Netflix on. And a singer is selling seashell heels that look directly from the seashore. Today, Katy Perry has unveiled her newest collection of heels. The shoes feature a heel that is shaped in the form of a seashell. The fashion piece is named the Scallop Shell and comes in white, black, pink, and gold colors. You can order your own pair on katyperrycollections.com for $109. And an item will be returning to McDonald's menu, but there is a catch. Today, the fast food chain revealed they are bringing back spicy chicken nuggets, but not everyone can buy them. They are rolling out the nuggets to about half of the U.S. locations for a limited time. The item was previously released in 2020 as the first new McNugget flavor. The company itself has been releasing new limited items to help bring more hype in sales. And this new chicken nugget thing, I personally tried them back in the day, and it adds a little bit of flavor whenever you're dipping them in. I tried them with sweet and sour sauce. I know that's a really odd combination, but I actually think it enhances the flavor, so highly recommend checking those out.
You gotta have some sauce with your nugs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I'm more of a windy, spicy nugget guy myself.
Definitely.
But I'll definitely give these a try.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. And Aaron will recap last night's March Madness Championship game coming back after the break.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at SheCanSTEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back, Bronco fans. I'm Aaron Gelvin, and this is your Tuesday Sports Update. The UCO softball team is still going strong as they are deep into their season and are 30-6 overall and 9-1 in conference play. The squad has also lost just one game at home this season, and Central has won 6 out of their last 7 contests, sweeping the Newman Jets in a doubleheader on Saturday. UCO will be on the road in the state of Missouri over the weekend with a doubleheader on Friday against Lincoln and a doubleheader on Saturday against Central Missouri. UCO is just a month away from the MIAA Conference Tournament in early May, where the Broncos will be looking to capitalize on their regular season conference dominance. And the UCO baseball team is back in action as soon as we wrap up our show today, as they'll take on Southeastern Oklahoma State today at 5 p.m. in Edmond. The Broncos are 19-13 overall this year and 12-8 in conference, and today's game is just a one-game series and a non-conference battle for UCO. And when Tiger Woods speaks, the entire golf world listens. After a terrible car accident in February of 2021, many thought Woods would never professionally play golf again. Now, just over 13 months later, Tiger has announced that he will compete in the 2022 Masters. Woods will tee off at 10:34 on Thursday morning. Tiger, of course, won the 2019 Masters in thrilling fashion, but a win coming back from the devastating injuries he suffered would rank among the best moments in the golfer's illustrious career. The Masters, golf's biggest event, will tee off on Thursday and run through Sunday. And from the greens to the hardwood, a champion was crowned in the world of college basketball last night as the Kansas Jayhawks defeated the North Carolina Tar Heels by a score of 72-69. The Jayhawks trailed by 16 points in the first half and completed the largest comeback in championship game history. UNC jumped out to a huge lead, and Kansas had to claw their way back in shot by shot. Kansas big man David McCormick led the way with 15 points and hit 2 monster shots late in the game, as North Carolina's game was defined by injuries to key players, including Armando Bacot, the primary defender on McCormick, who left the game with under 40 seconds left due to an ankle injury. And guard Caleb Love struggled through an ankle injury as well. And Oklahoma native Brady Manick fought through multiple injuries in his final collegiate game. The Tar Heels had a chance to win with 4 seconds to go, but the play broke down and Love's shot was short as the final buzzer sounded, and Kansas was victorious. It's the school's first championship since 2008, and Coach Bill Self's second as the head coach. North Carolina's dream season ends 1 game short of the title, as you see the final shot go short right there. They were hoping to be the second 8 seed ever to win the big dance, and it was a thriller in the championship game last night, coming down to the very last second. Once again, it was McCormick who made the difference late for Kansas here. He talks about the bucket in the final sequence.
It was a big play, and it shows how much trust Coach and my teammates have in me. Coach called the play and said that we're going to throw it inside, and we have trust in you and faith in you for you to deliver and get us a basket. And I really, I just prevailed and I made the basket happen. I appreciate them for allowing me to have that opportunity.
Davis will look to build off of his successful year as the head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels. Hubert Davis in his first year here talking about his team's journey.
I can't remember a time in my life where I should be disappointed, but I'm just filled with so much pride. I'm so proud of these guys, of what they have done for themselves individually as a team, the way that they have represented our university, this program, our community. I can't ask for them to do any more than what they have done, and I am extremely proud of each one of them.
Jessica Patrick, quite a game last night, a huge comeback for the Kansas Jayhawks.
It was, honestly, I didn't think they were going to pull it off, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. It was an incredible deficit for Coach Bill Self and the Jayhawks to overcome. I'm really looking forward to see what Coach Davis can do with the Tar Heels coming up after he replaced Roy Williams last year. ACC is going to be wide open next year as Krzyzewski retires and everything like
But
that.
great success for
Yeah.
Big 12. I mean, 2 years in a row. Baylor last year, Kansas
Yep,
this year.
for sure. We'll be back with more news and a last look at the weather after this.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends. Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back, and I have been enjoying that sunshine today. I need to get out and enjoy some more.
Yeah, after this morning, it was certainly cloudy, but that sun has certainly come out. CJ, what can you tell us about the rest of the week?
Well, thankfully, that sun is going to stick around through the remainder of the week. Sorry about that. What we can expect coming into this week, we can expect lower temperatures and high wind with a low pressure system coming from the northwest U.S. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 7-day forecast one final time. As you can see, coming here, going into tomorrow and Thursday, temps are going to drop down into the 60s. However, going back into the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, we are going to see those temps start to rise back up into our normal springtime temperatures. So it is going to be a very cool week around here, very windy. Make sure that if you have anything loose in your yard that you secure that down and make sure that it doesn't blow anywhere, because that wind is definitely going to be a problem. Guys, that's all I have for weather right now. I'm going to throw it back to the desk.
And dirt for sale, but this is not just any dirt. Particles of lunar dust, collected by Neil Armstrong decades ago are going up for auction this month.
The dust sample brought back to the Earth in 1969 during the Apollo 11 mission is estimated by auction house Bonhams to be worth between $800,000 and up to $1.2 million. The auction is in mid-April.
And we just want to recap our top story of the day. Authorities have been letting us know that they are confused on actual counts due to confusing communication from top down.
It does seem to be some miscommunication from top down to university authorities, Sources are telling us that they don't actually know for sure if that 50 number is a total or included with that 18 that we discussed earlier from last year's vacancies.
Yeah, and we will certainly keep you guys up to date here on UCentral as we continue to get information. But that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Patrick Talbot.
I'm Jessica Morales. Stay safe, Broncos. We'll see you tomorrow.